Howdy everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. If you enjoy the content here on the channel, then please like and subscribe for more like this one, and leave your thoughts in the comments section below. It's February 2026, and that means, of course, Valentine's is going to be here, and dating. That's the time of love. I mean, that's just kind of how America is when it comes to this, or I guess more of the first world country type of things. But anyways, I want to start this video almost like a Valentine's Day gift, even though it's not Valentine's Day, but really I just want to give this as a dating gift, for young men especially. The dating scene right now has been rough for a lot of people, and honestly, it doesn't help that a lot of advice out there feels disconnected from reality. And I'm not saying that the advice is meant to make you fail, but the truth is the dating world has changed, just like the job market has changed, and just the expectations in life for that, they've changed. And this is coming from someone who used to be deep in the Blackpill mindset. I still hold some of those opinions personally, but they don't control me anymore. I'm not a doomer person type of mindset, and I've got too much going on in my life to let dating define everything. But that doesn't mean you should give up either. It just means you approach it realistically. So the video is really going to encompass me giving real advice on how to become an average attractive man, which is more powerful than what most people actually think. Now, I know I'm kind of dragging this along, but before we go any further, I've been down the Redpill and Blackpill rabbit hole before. Looks maxing, gym, trying to level up appearance, all of it. And yes, I've improved. At my best, I went from being around a 5 in looks to maybe around a 6 or 7, and I've even had strangers rate me, and I noticed a real difference in how I was treated. I don't obsess over that stuff anymore, but I understand it. And that's why I can talk about this honestly without sugarcoating or doom and gloom type of stuff. So here's the foundation. You need to go to the gym. Not because you're trying to be a model, but because your body reflects your discipline, your health, and your mental state. Working out changes your clarity or your confidence and your posture. It should be a lifestyle. It doesn't mean having to go very extreme, but a simple routine split between upper body, lower body, and back and shoulders is enough. Pair that with a solid diet such as high protein, controlled calories, and you're already ahead most of the people out there. The gym alone solves a huge percentage of the problems guys complain about all the time. And yes, of course, I can get into the nitty gritty of saying in the Blackpill philosophy, you have to train your neck to be a certain width, you have to make sure that you don't have any puffy cheeks, no fat, etc., etc. But my personal suggestion is, if you want to kind of really go down that specific rabbit hole of trying to be a gym goer, watch content like Jeff Nippard, Greg Ducheb, Joey Swoll, people that give you the advice for working out. Now, just as important as it is when trying to take care of your body, the next part is also, of course, grooming and presentation. Clean teeth, clean skin, trimmed hair, and clothes that fit your style. You don't have to dress flashy. You just need to look like a normal, put-together guy. Something casual, relatable, and approachable, essentially. And you don't want to look intimidating or sloppy. People catch on to that. You want to look like someone people feel comfortable talking to. And some shirts I actually do suggest, if you're into them, if not, no worries. Those can be like Marvel shirts, DC shirts, anime shirts, at least anime that doesn't signal that you're a cringe type of person. And the reason why that I suggest that is because they're just talking points. At first, I thought to myself, you don't need to wear a decal shirt in order for someone to talk to you, but I was actually surprised that there are people out there that will strike up a tiny conversation or a tiny compliment by saying that, hey, that's a really cool shirt. And I'm not saying that it comes from women, but it does come from social interaction, and it can come from a place just, again, as a simple talking point. That's really the big thing there. Now, of course, when you put yourself together and try to give yourself an appearance, that kind of goes back into this dating apps situation. So if you choose to actually use dating apps, go in with low expectations, but don't dismiss them. I actually met my partner on Tinder, and it worked out better than I expected. Actually better than ever I expected, but understand, apps are competitive, so that means quality photos matter, good lighting, natural settings, maybe even have someone take photos for you. And you can think of it like LinkedIn if you're kind of that business entrepreneurial type of person where you try to apply for jobs, but it's for dating. You'll get ghosted, and that's normal. The point is that you have to use these apps like a tool and not your whole strategy. Just like with businesses, and I know it's going to sound really weird, but bear with me on this. Just like with businesses, people want to have credibility. They want to see that credibility on LinkedIn posting, which you can kind of compare it to dating apps. That's what women want, or that's what people that you prefer to date want. They want to see strong professional credibility on these apps because they don't know who they're choosing to date with. They don't know who they're swiping on. That's the big priority. Even if you're average, I promise you. So that leads to something more important, and that is getting out of your comfort zone socially. Go out with friends, have a circle. Social proof is real, and being around people who hype you up changes everything. I've had situations where I wasn't even trying, and someone introduced me to others just because I was there with the right energy and right people. You don't have to be the loudest guy in the room. You don't have to be the sexiest Chad. I promise you, I know that's how much Wheat Waffles does present, and Wheat Waffles is a very great, credible source to learn from, but just be present, relax, and respectful. And additionally, if you're in college or you have hobby groups or community spaces or even religious spaces, if they're genuine, those are also solid ways to meet people. The theme here is consistent. Don't isolate yourself. Your social circle matters more than you think. And this part is really underrated because your friends are a reflection of you. When someone dates you, they aren't just dating you, they're stepping into your world. And when my partner met my friends, she didn't just hear about me. She saw how I interacted, how people respected me, and how I treated others. That builds trust in a way words can't. Friends of friends notice, especially these ladies notice. They catch on, and they can see when you're actually a genuine person. It's why I emphasize hang out with friends, and hang out with friends of their friends. Hang out in social circles that get you out more. Now, understand this. Relationships, they are hard, and you will get rejected. You will get ghosted. That's just modern life. That's how jobs are, housing, or housing programs. The reality is that everything is competitive now. Dating is no different. But the goal isn't perfection. It's finding someone realistic, someone who shares similar struggles, goals, and values. Communication, growth, and honesty matter more than trying to look flawless. Again, trust me, I was there in the Blackpill mindset. I was always really stuck up on the littlest details of I need to have a positive canthal tilt or a neutral canthal tilt to look sexy. I need to have my neck a specific width. I need to have no chunky cheeks. I need to be, 6 foot tall, abs, everything. I know it all. I watched Wheat Waffles, and once again, he's a very great content creator if you want the harsh truth. This channel is giving you the truth on lived experiences based on what I've learned from other philosophies. And I can go deeper into extreme look standards such as height, income, or genetics, and all of that. But this video isn't about giving up because of those things. It's about improving what you can control and still trying. Because I promise you, I genuinely thought that the black pill was going to solve everything. And yes, it does solve a lot of things because looks theory is somewhat real and pretty privilege is a real thing. But in terms of your sanity, I promise you that is much more worth it than your time thinking that, oh, I look like shit and I wonder what this person is going to think of me. Because I say this and I'm genuine, I would rather be in a great job that pays less than being in a poor job that pays more. And the similar philosophy applies too for my dating standards right now, especially with my partner. I love being with my partner. I don't need someone that's a model. I really don't. I love my partner because she has a beautiful heart, a beautiful smile, and everything that she does is very supportive of me. She ironically just reminds me of the kindness of my mom was. It's very nurturing. And that's what I want to emphasize to everyone here. You're not looking for a Stacy. You're not looking for the sexiest chick on the planet. You're looking for someone that is realistic, that you actually have struggles with, that you solve together with your partner. That's common, and that's going to happen in every shape, way, and form of your life. Not just relationships, but your job, your income, where you live, your family, and everything. The odds might feel tougher now, but they're not zero. So be consistent. Work on yourself. That is the biggest priority too. Stay social, stay clean, stay grounded. Growth is slow until one day it isn't. And when things finally click, you'll realize the work was actually worth it. That's the real way to become an average attractive man, and that's more than enough. This is going to be kind of a series for the month of February where I give you tips on, once again, just dating in general or, just how to be a casual person when trying to look for someone, trying to find a partner. So be on the lookout for those type of videos for this coming month. And that doesn't just mean this month, but kind of sporadically as the video content goes by. Anywho, with all that said, if you did enjoy the content, please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Comment your thoughts below and be sure to donate to the channel. It does help the cause and every single donation does count. This is Sky High Ken signing out and I'll see everyone in the next video. Take care. I love you all. Bye-bye.